Hey guys, Ningen here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and it seems like we finally have a confirmation of the date for the Spirit Bomb absorbed Goku, as well as two Extreme Z awakenings that are coming alongside him with an Extreme Z area. So that will be, as you can see here, the 20th of April. It's technically the morning of the 21st for me. I think that's what people were guessing, because I think the Android 13 banner and a lot of the mission, maybe the banner's on longer, but a lot of the mission stuff is only dated to be the 19th. So kind of figured that this would be when it all drops. So let's have a quick look at the stuff that we are going to be getting. So obviously this is the Goku as you can summon him. He is a Super Saiyan Goku, which means he has a farmable super attack. There's the long annoying way round of doing it with the starter event, where you get that Tech Goku that awakens into the AGL Angel Goku, and then you can awaken into a Tech Super Saiyan Goku. It's an annoying long way round of doing it. There might even be a better way of doing it now, actually. What does it list on the wiki? Actually, yeah, this Yardrat Goku, no, he only becomes Super Saiyan when he awakens. I don't know, there's a whole bunch of ways you can do it. Or you can use Kai's. The banner should be giving out Kai's. I'm going to do a separate video talking about the banner, because we still don't have any information yet about that, because on JP it was this banner came out around Christmas for them, and they got a Santa Goku, or I think it was Santa Goku, not Santa Roshi. Either way, it was one of the Christmas ones per multi-summon. So I assume they'll keep that in for global, but just change it to normal Elder Kai's. But we don't know that for sure, so this video will just be about the units, and I'll do a separate video about the actual banner itself and whether or not I think you should summon on it. So yeah, this will be the Goku. I've been saving up a bunch of SSR Super Saiyan Gokus from random summons that I don't need, so if I do happen to pull him, should be able to at least get him up to 10 fairly quickly. And then of course, once you have him fully awakened to LR, he mainly uses medals from the Android 13 banner. If we go back to this first one actually, so you need 35 of the Android 13 Dokkan Fest medals, then he awakens into the TUR, and then you need another 35, and then these missions are from the Android 13 story event. So I have pre-farmed all these already. Hopefully I can get lucky and actually pull him. So he is a Super Saiyan category leader, 4 key, HP attack and defense 130%. So pretty decent, typical summonable leader skill type thing now for LRs, where it's slightly below the Dokkan Fest exclusive, but gives one more key. He greatly raises defense for one turn with his 12 key super, which is really good. That makes him really good on some of the more difficult events, that greatly raising defense. Super useful for things like Super Battle Road, Legendary Goku event, that sort of thing. And then his 18 key super Mega Colossal lowers attack and defense, so obviously that's really useful in a lot of events, and seals super attacks as well, which again, not a lot of events now are susceptible to sealing, but those that are, especially Super Battle Road, that'll be super useful. Additionals will be very good on this guy, because if you can get that 18 key super and then get the 12 key super to kick in as an additional and get that greatly raising defense as well, he's going to put out a ton of damage and tank really well. And if, like I said, if it's on like Super Battle Road for example, he's going to lower the attack and seal the target, then greatly raise his defense, so he's just not going to take any damage, which is really, really good. So his passive attack and defense 59%, starts off pretty low, but then he randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow. He gets an additional 2 key per rainbow sphere obtained, so even from this first part of his own passive, should be fairly easy to get his 18 key super, unless you get unlucky of course. And then he gets attack and defense 7% per key sphere obtained, so he is a nuker at heart. And then he gets an additional attack plus 7% per Super Saiyan category ally attacking in the same turn. So it's not a huge boost, it's only 14% as long as the other 2 people on the rotation are Super Saiyans. But depending on how it stacks, like that's obviously all going to add up together with all the other bonuses as well, any support units on the rotation, things like that. So he can focus, he can do well on a team that is not Super Saiyan focused, like for example Pure Saiyan or Goku Family or something like that. But he is going to get that extra little buff if you have 2 other Super Saiyans on the rotation with him. So this is very, very good. Obviously by changing orbs to rainbow, it helps connect up the whole field, which makes it easier to pick up a ton of orbs, which will not only give you a huge attack and defensive buff, but then yeah, with this bonus 2 key, so he's going to get 3 key from rainbow orbs. So yeah, should be fairly easy to get his 18 key super. And so of course he's on Pure Saiyans, Movie Heroes, Goku Family, Super Saiyans, and then Last Resort for when we do get the 5-year LRs. He's got Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior, Saiyan Warrior Race, Experienced Fighters, Predator Battle, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. So he has a very good link set. Very, very good, because he has Fierce Battle instead of Shattering the Limit. He's got Prepared for Battle, which is obviously key. Like, even LRs that have good links sometimes suffer on Saiyan-based teams if they don't have Prepared for Battle, so that's really good. Experienced Fighters, a little bit less common, but some good units do have it, so that is very good. And then just sort of classic Saiyan links here. So, he is very, very good. I think, last time I checked, he is, like, considered one of the top 5, I think. Definitely top 10, like, units in the game. So yes, he is very, very good. Obviously, we will refer to him as Gumku because he has that weird part of his super attack animation with those big old gums. It's like a shot for shot from the movie, so it's cool that they're doing that more with the newer units, but I can't say I'm a huge fan of that particular part of his super attack animation, but he is a very, very good unit. So then we have the 2 EZA'S. So we got this Tech Vegeta. I'm sure you've seen him in a bunch of your summons. Like, look how trashy he is. Extreme damage. Just very bad. Like, if you're on full health, he doesn't even have a passive. So, post EZA, he now becomes an infinitely stacking defense unit, which, of course, we all know how good those are for specific events. At least he now does supreme damage as well. He gets an all types leader skill, but it's pretty low. So, his leader skill is not really anything to worry about. And then his passive 3 key attack and defense 70%. That's just off the jump now, so he just gets that. Then he gets an additional attack 30% up to 120, and chance of performing a crit 7 up to 35 at the start of each turn when HP is 80% or less. So yeah, so it's each time HP is 80% or less, he gets that buff. So that's actually not that good, because if you get that once and then on the next rotation that he comes around he's on full health, you don't get it again. So the attack part stacks up 4 times, the crit chance stacks up 5 times. It means you've got to be under 80% HP 5 times for him to get his full potential, which is a little bit disappointing. Like, he's decent, don't get me wrong, but that's not great. And then the problem is, I brought up this here as well. So he is Super Saiyan Vegeta. You can see him here. His competition, you've got this tech one's actually pretty decent, the stunning one. He's useful for like Super Battle Road. Then there's the Prime Battle LR. And of course his biggest competition when he came out on Global was the fact that this Vegeta came out on Global basically around the same time. So if you have the physical transforming Vegeta, you're never going to run this guy. Like, his EZA is pretty decent, but he's nowhere near as good as this guy. So it's a little bit unfortunate. But obviously, you know, I'll still do it anyway, and show off, see what sort of performance we can get out of him. And then we have the Int Trunks. Again, he's a unit that's been around for a long, long time. Supreme damage, little bit of an attack boost, and some self-sufficiency, which I guess is not bad. Now, after his EZA, he gets the same all-types leader skill. He becomes an infinitely stacking attack unit, does supreme damage. And then key 3, attack and defense 70%, and an additional attack and defense 30% per Super Saiyan category, self-excluded attacking in the same turn. So if you run him on the Super Saiyan category, obviously say for example you pull that Goku, you put together a Super Saiyan team including this guy, he's going to get 60% attack and defense on top of his other buff on those rotations. So if you got a support unit as well, it's a pretty solid overall buff for him. So I do think he's probably slightly better than the Vegeta in most cases. The infinitely stacking attack is obviously not as good as infinitely stacking defense for longer events, but in shorter events, things like Super Battle Road, I think he's probably better. And then of course he's in a much better position because being Super Saiyan Trunks teen, his only competition is an SR and then the LR. So if you don't have the physical LR Trunks, he's actually the best Super Saiyan Trunks teen that we currently have in the game. So he's actually definitely in a much better position than the Vegeta when it comes to whether or not you're actually going to use him. So the only other thing I didn't actually bring up ahead of time, let's do that very quickly, is the Extreme Z area for their awakening. So it looks like it's added stages onto this one that we already had for Goku, Gohan and Piccolo. So they're just going to add 2 more stages. Oh yeah, they're going to keep adding stages to this, because this is when the Super Saiyan 2 Gokus get theirs as well at some point in the future. So it's the exact same EZA, which means it's the annoying one where you have to use Whis and Hachiak, and then this very small pool of units. But it does include these EZA units themselves. So if you did go through and do these, you can obviously use these guys. And then if you have these guys ready to EZA, you can use them as well. And then obviously you have to use Whis and Hachiak, and that pretty much fills out your whole team. So it is annoying. No one likes Extreme Z area, and this one is probably one of the worst ones because of, like, Whis is decent. Like, he was good back in the day, especially for like Super AGL, Super Battle Road. But I don't know anyone apart from, like, for content, like Jay Fanta, shout out to the free-to-play king, who would have ever put any investment or orbs or anything into this guy. He is terrible. But yeah, the Trunks is definitely good. The Vegeta is still good, but I just don't think you're ever really going to use him. And then, of course, the main event is this boy right here. So let me know what you think of the units down below. Are you going to be summoning for the Goku? Do you have the Trunks and the Vegeta ready to go? I'm pretty sure they're both cards that I will have, that I've pulled so many times. I have all their paths open and probably Super Attack 10, but just have never put any orbs into them. So once I get them EZA'd, as long as I've got the orbs to spare, I will rainbow them and do showcase videos for them. So let me know what you think of everything that's coming and what your plans are down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can follow me on Twitch or join my Discord. The link is in the description below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.